Alden. I'm
Hi,
I'm Mike Manalo from the Nerds of Color. I'm sorry that I'm off camera, but
that's
so sorry
okay.
about that.
That's okay. Hi.
If it's any consolation, I'm told that if you do see my face, there's no way to reverse the curse. So, it's
Got
better
it.
for you this way.
You spared me.
It's an honor to talk to you, Alden. I gotta say, first off, what a year, dude. I mean, like, you were terrific in Ironheart as Joe McGillicuddy. I'm going to use the fake name. But also in this movie. I loved Weapons so much. Um,
Thanks.
of course, these are two projects that couldn't be more different from one another. And I gotta ask, as an actor, can you describe your mindset trying to get into of just trying to get into the character when you're prepping over for one over the other, considering that they're very different projects, especially when you go from Ironheart to a project as twisted as Weapons.
Yeah, yeah. Well, sort of the only way that I know how to do it is to take these people as if they exist in a real world. And so the way of, the job is fairly similar in some ways. You're trying to understand who they are and where they're coming from and what they want, etc. And these two characters are very different in that respect. But uh yeah, and then you need to learn certain things. Like for this, I, spent some time with I did like a ride along and stuff like that to kind of understand the job better. But yeah.
That's kind of awesome. And it shows your versatility here, which I really love because again, they
Thank you.
couldn't be more different. Um, I really liked Paul. I think that there's so much going on underneath him. You can clearly see that he's trying to be a good guy, but he wrestles sometimes with doing the right thing very
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
And can you talk about really the complexities that you found in him and what really drew you to him as a character?
Well, I think it's just that. I think he is trying to be a good guy and is a little in over his head and unable to cope with what's going on in his life. And so, when you have somebody who's already a little bit overwhelmed, I think we get overwhelmed when we end up in lives that don't feel like we sanctioned them, like when we're going against what we wanted out of our own lives and we're doing things that we didn't somehow really truly say yes to in our deepest hearts, then we feel sometimes maybe victimized by life. And I think that he is someone who's going through that kind of moment, and then a whole slew of other challenges get thrown his way uh, that push him over the edge.
Absolutely. And you really feel for him because a lot of this stuff kind of isn't his fault necessarily. So, he does make choices, but he's trying to again do really right by his job, by these kids, by everyone in the community. So I really liked him a lot.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
of course. My last question to you is this. Horror fans always, I love horror because there's always some sort of deeper theme that we can
Yeah.
connect to from a human level with every single type of horror movie that we've seen. What do you want people to connect to with Weapons?
Well, I think that Weapons offers a pretty big platter of different
Oh,
themes and different emotional, human things. I think the thing with the film, why it's a pleasure to talk about it and to have made it and put it out there is that like Zach wrote this movie from a very personal place, and in a way it's coming from a place of a lot of depth in him. And so it has a different resonance. It's just alive in a different way than other films. And so I think people will connect to all kinds of different parts of it. I'm very excited for the life of the movie.
I'm really excited for people to see it. You do a great job in it. Alden, thank you so much. This was
Thank
amazing.
you. Nice to meet you. Look forward to seeing you in person, or at least your face at some point.
Hey
Me
guys, I'm
too.
Mike Manalo from the Nerds of Color, and I'm here with Zach Cregger. Hey Zach, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, thanks. I'm so sorry that I'm off camera for today. I'm on the road, and trust me, I do not look as good as I usually do. I promise.
Okay, all good, all good.
But thank you so much for doing this. And I gotta say, damn, Zach, what a movie! What a
Oh, thank
movie!
you.
And for that matter, what a year! You produced Companion, one of my favorites this year as well. So I just want to say congratulations on this wonderful year. If I can ask, you are a filmmaker and a film fan, and you're also a horror fan. And I think that your sensibilities at both are so terrific. But when you're approaching a movie like Weapons, which side of yourself do you want to please most? The filmmaker version, the cinemaphile, or the horror fan inside of you?
The cinephile.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I want to make a good movie more than I want to make a scary movie. I want it to be a compelling story with authentic characters, and I want the plot to be propulsive, and all of those things are the most important to me. I think Weapons is a movie that would succeed even if it wasn't scary. It would still be a good movie, I hope. And so that's kind of, to me, the most important thing, is to just tell a well-designed story with excellent acting and technical blah 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 blah. And if it's scary, great.
I gotta say, I mean, like, for me as a film fan, you did a phenomenal job. This is one of the best screenplays that I've had the pleasure of seeing unfold on screen
Thank you.
this year. It's so well written, it's so brilliantly clever, and I just got to give you so much credit for that.
Thank you.
One of the questions that I had leaving the theater, and because you're very clever about this, you revealed the information that you need to know, but not everything, and there's a lot of stuff that I think I had questions about that you didn't need to enjoy the movie, but you wanted to dive in a little bit deeper following the movie. And that one of those things was the triangle. Can you explain the significance behind the triangle?
No, unfortunately, I can't really. It's an opaque symbol,
Mm.
It doesn't have it asks questions, but it provides no answers. That is the answer. I'm sorry to say.
No, it's very intriguing still, and I kind of loved it. Even the way that the credits roll surrounding that triangle was really cool.
Yeah. I
As
will
long
say
as it wasn't
there is
Squid
one other
Games.
significance. The
Oh, yeah.
triangle is in recovery. There's a lot of significance to the triangle, and there's a lot of themes in this movie about recovery and addiction, and so it does belong for that reason as well.
I absolutely loved it, and as long as it wasn't like a Squid Game symbol, then I'm pretty happy about that. But
Okay.
but yeah, the last thing I wanted to say again is, you have a lot of people being utilized as weapons to take out loose ends here, but I wanted to ask, if somebody could control someone to take out a loose end, could you also control the loose end itself to just take themselves out?
I'm sure you could,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to get access to them.
I see.
So yes, I guess she could have. You know what? You're bringing up a plot hole that I didn't even think about until right now. So well done. You got me. Yeah, she could have just had. Yeah, fair. Yeah, you're right.
But regardless, it is such a terrific movie. It is so well done, so
Thank you.
brilliantly written, and I think it's
Thank
scary
you.
as hell, but it's also a good movie first. So, Zach, I want to congratulate you on that, on such a wonderful career, and I can't wait to see what you do next, pal, because this is
Thank
you
you.
are one of the best.
Oh,
Seriously.
that's very kind of you to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zach.
Professional artists and professors, maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV. Yeah, pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.